Welcome to episode 18 of Shift Your Health. My name is Paige Poo.
My name is Jacob Baggett.
And together we are PJ. So guys, today we are going to be talking about, is your fitness tracker lying
I
to
even have
you?
one on. Paige didn't.
No. Oh. Guys, I usually wear an Apple Watch.
Hers is lying to her because she doesn't wear one. But no, obviously, guys, these days, watches are, I think, a lot more, maybe in just my scene. I obviously train for a triathlon,
correct?
but no, like, I mean, so many people wear them these days that they're
everyone.
they're definitely
Maybe
becoming.
fancy as well, so you get to have that easy lifestyle as well.
I think Apple, that's like a lot of.
I really wanted the gold one.
Yeah, I think Apple's done a great job at marketing to us. But yeah, like it's always one of those things where, you know, they definitely serve a purpose. But I think sometimes, and this is coming firsthand, guys, you can get a little obsessive over
1,000%.
over the watch.
Yeah.
You can talk about your little challenges that
If
you
it
enjoy.
tells you you're having a bad day, you have a bad day. Did you have a bad sleep? Well, you're going to have a bad day. But I think in regards to like lying to you, data for a fitness tracker, it's not 100% correct. You know, I think that's where it can vary, especially with the different types of watches, the different brands of watches. You sometimes like wear one watch and you could wear a different watch in terms of brands and it'd be completely
100%.
off. And I think that can be really frustrating for a lot of people. But like what you said, the data in itself can become a bit obsessive.
It's cool though. Like I would always say that I love data, like definitely data driven. You know, and it's actually helped me. It's like the one thing with my watch is like prioritizing sleep. I just used to, you know, sleep willy-nilly. You know, but I get a sleep score each day I have a Garmin watch. But it also is a negative. Like on the weekend I had a race and it gave me a really poor sleep score, but I didn't sleep very well. And then that was like in my mind the morning of the race. So I was like,
messes with you.
yeah, like it does. Like subliminally, it played a part. I'm not saying like that would have affected it.
Fault of the tracker.
Yeah, but you know, it's just one of those things. But, you know, I would say it's a pro and con for me because it has made me prioritize and wake up and be like, oh, wow, like I'm not getting enough sleep. You know, so by using that data, it definitely helped me. But yeah, I just think it's just using it, but not getting obsessive.
Do you think yours lies to you? Like, do you think yours is a liar? When it comes to a sleep score, have you ever woken up and been like, I feel really refreshed and great?
I wouldn't say like all the time, but like sometimes definitely, like 100%. Like sometimes I wake up, like even on the weekend when I had a really poor sleep score the day of the race, I didn't actually sleep that bad.
Yeah.
But it gave me a 55, and then last night.
What is a 55, Jakey? Tell the people.
It's like out of 100, but like last night I got 84, and like I wouldn't have said like there was that big of a difference. I got pretty much the same amount of sleep. You know, but it goes off factors like REM sleep and all this craziness. And to be honest, I still get mind blown at how a little watch like this can like track
Tell
it.
everything. Well, I was about to say I had is it called the Whoop? The Whoop, yeah. I did that on.
Used that.
No, I did it on a trial. I think I remember telling you guys about it, and
Hey, she did try and get us into it.
I did. I was like, guys, free trial, 1 month, but. I really enjoyed the fact of it is just understanding your body a little bit more. But again, I'm so data obsessed. Like I remember me and Jade doing our Apple Watch competitions. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I definitely remember. I can tell you a very quick little story on this one. So Jade, my wife, love her to death, was getting up at like 10 p.m. at night whilst I'm trying to sleep. And she's like, oh, I'm just going to do burpees. And I'm like, okay, Jade, it's 10 p.m. at night. She's like, I've got to win.
It was even later, wasn't it?
It was ridiculous. Like the limit, there was a limit, and she pushed that limit. But I would say that can also be a pro though, right? Like if you are looking for motivation, then that could be a good little driver for you. Not saying that you have to get it up at 10 p.m. at night, because I think that's a little obsessive. Do love Jade for doing that. But if that's going to get you going in your health and fitness journey, then yeah, I would. That was where I would say 1,000% do it.
Yeah.
But just know that, you know, be mindful, guys. Like you want to enjoy it, and ideally, if you can't do that long term, maybe it's not the best thing. But if that's the little juice that you need to get rolling, then I would say please go, get yourself a watch for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And I do also think they play a role. Like obviously at the moment, I've kind of tamed my training a little bit. I'm not necessarily coaching, working towards High Rocks in March, but that will come back in, later on the year. But right now I'm not even wearing a watch, and I'm okay with that. And I'm just enjoying my training, and it's become a bit more intuitive training. I'm not so focused on a specific goal right now. But I think they definitely play a role. Like you said, they really help with motivation. You
But
know?
they can lie to you.
And they can lie to
They
you.
can.
They can fool you guys, okay?
Yeah, well, you got to think, guys. Like your watch can move, you know, so like it moves up and down.
And you can do this.
Yeah, like there's
It
things,
tells you got steps.
you know, and also like even with like heart rate tracking, like I've watched so many like videos and studies where like people wear different watch brands, like Paige was saying earlier, and they're way out. Not saying they're like hugely out, like it's only like minor,
Yeah.
like minor differences. But yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, use it, but don't get obsessed and know that like, okay, if you have a high heart rate, your workout's it's not going to be in the best situation scenario.
Would you recommend it to our listeners?
To get a watch?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, I would. I love it. Like I really do. I just think, you know, especially to start, it can, you know, be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I would say it depends where you're at in your journey. You know, like for where I'm at in my current fitness, I'm trying to like,
Jake's
you
got
know,
the elite of the elite.
I'm trying to push and get every minor thing out to get the best out of my body.
Yeah.
But if I think back to 10 years ago, I'd probably say no when I wouldn't have loved it. Like
Yeah.
you know, when I first got into health and fitness and lost a lot of weight,
Yeah.
like I don't know, I probably would have said no. But
You
now,
don't need to spend that money on that.
yeah, like
It's not a
this
necessity.
is, you know, this watch was
It's a
like,
tool.
yeah, I think it was like $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not cheap either. You know, Apple Watches,
Apple
I think they're pretty
yeah.
pretty similar.
A little bit cheaper. I think there's about some that are around $500, which
Yeah.
is good. And you can get secondhand as well. Like
Definitely.
I know obviously.
I started with a second
Yeah.
hand because I didn't think I'd use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, I bought the
But-
watch thinking I wouldn't use it, and then I ended up loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I also recommend them. Like you said, it just really is depending on where you're at. Like also you don't need it.
Yeah.
I think some people think, oh, I need it, but it's a tool. At the end of the day, it's a tool. But if you have a fitness and nutrition program you're following from a coach, then I think it's great.
I just and to add to that, I guess to like finish it off is just know yourself as well. Like if you are a very obsessive,
obsessed.
yeah, like if you are a very obsessive person and you think it will become a negative, then maybe a watch is not the smartest thing for you to get. But if you know you can have control and like Paige said, just use it for, you know, data, and that's what I use. Like I just look at it in the morning. I'm like, oh wow, cool, and then I go on with my day. You know, like I'm not looking at it all the time.
But some people can let it affect their day. Like Whoop told me I had a bad sleep score or a bad workout, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. So
It
that's,
hurts.
once again, yeah, we always talk about this every week, guys. Like, know yourself and know where you're at in your journey, you know, and just, you know, leverage it. But guys, that's going to be episode 18.
Whoop, whoop.
Episode 18.
We
If
did
you want to,
it.
if you want to go get a watch, guys, definitely, you know, take in some tips.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Test them out.
If you got a friend that has one, maybe ask if you can
Yeah,
borrow
I was
it.
about to say
I was going to say, like, I don't think you can trial
You
them.
can trial a Whoop,
Okay.
guys. You can trial a Whoop for 30 days.
Page's link will be in the description, though. But guys, that's going to be it for episode 18. As always, make sure you join our Facebook group. We actually do 3 lives a week now, so join the Facebook group. Lots of value this week. You can ask any questions relating to, you know, your health and fitness tips, mindset, anything you want.
Anything you want.
Anything you
Hear
want.
it from us.
Join the group. But guys, that's going to be it. That's going to be it for episode. Stay tuned. Episode 19.
Coming away.
We'll see you next week. PJ out. Bye.